People, let's go in on this episode of Regular Show. Picking up Margaret, it's time for this discussion, people. Mordecai and Margaret have finally kissed. Who knows what this has in store for the series? It could bring something good or bad to the table, and I will explain why I think this at the end of the discussion, but let's begin with the quick summary. Okay, so Margaret needs a ride to her interview for a university, and basically Mordecai offers to do this, but the thing is he needs a vehicle. He goes to Benson, asking if he can borrow the cart. Benson says no. Benson tells him, hey, you could go and use my cart as long as you pick it up from downtown. Mordecai agrees to do this, but on his journey to actually pick it up, he encounters a gang called the Wickets, and the Wickets don't like cell phones, and Mordecai happens to be using a cell phone while walking, basically walking in their territory, and Wickets being a group, basing their gang off of croquet and kind of pretty much like the Warriors, you could say. They pretty much hunt down Mordecai, and when Mordecai goes and gets to the car, the mechanic tells him no, you can't use the car because Benson must be the one to pick it up. So Mordecai proceeds to use a cell phone, and the Wickets go crazy, and this causes a lot of conflict to where Mordecai takes the car anyway, goes to pick up Margaret, but Mordecai finds out that Margaret doesn't have too much time. She has 15 minutes to get to the airport to leave. So Mordecai and Margaret are racing to the airport and still fighting off the Wickets, and they happen to ditch the Wickets and finally reach the airport where Mordecai sees Margaret off, and they basically end up in a nice romantic kiss, and that pretty much ends the episode. Now, what does this episode bring to the table? You know what? I'll get to that in a minute, but I'm just going to point out the things I liked in this episode before that. What I liked was Mordecai and Rigby's song in the beginning about breakfast. Loved it, especially Rigby's part about staring at the dice and everything. Loved it. It was really uplifting, and it had me pumped for this episode. And I wonder who was the Tanya person that Margaret mentioned, because we've never seen her before, and we never really seen her with other friends except for Eileen. And the fact that Benson was so nice to have Mordecai pick up his car, that was something. I was really surprised about that. The fact that they did reference an older episode, TGI, no, it wasn't TGI Tuesday, it was Do or Diaper. They actually referenced Do or Diaper in that, which, yes, it's great to see some more continuity between the episodes. The Wickets, they were pretty funny, how their gang was based on croquet. I really did enjoy that. That was funny, and I don't know, that was something. And it really did seem like it was based off the Warriors, and I didn't really see this until a friend of mine pointed this out during my third time watching it. But that was really entertaining right there. Let's see, the whole creepy feel the Wickets had in the episode was great too. The fact that they hated cell phones was funny. I mean, it was just that fact that they hated cell phones. But I didn't like Margaret too much in this episode, mainly because of how unprepared she was for this trip, and it really put a lot of stress on Mordecai. So most of this was a lot of stuff that happened can't say was too much of Mordecai's fault, even though a good portion of it kind of was. It's just really the miscommunication and unpreparedness that Margaret had, especially saying that you have 15 minutes to get to the airport, or she'll miss a flight. That was something. The kiss. Now let's talk about the kiss. The kiss was really unexpected. I didn't even see that coming. I thought it was just going to be the awkward moment between Mordecai and Margaret, but no, that changed everything. Let's see. I really do wonder. Okay, for what all this could mean. Okay, if Mordecai and Margaret choose to advance their relationship, will it be good for the series or bad? Because let's take Muscle Man for example. Him and Starla. Most Muscle Man centered episodes are now with him and Starla, and that's really, I mean, it's nice and everything, but the thing is, Muscle Man is a side character. See, what if Mordecai and Margaret start dating, would a lot of the episodes be centered around him and Margaret? I mean, will they take this route? I mean, because I don't want to see Mordecai. I really don't want to see episodes of Mordecai dealing with girl problems. I mean, actually relationship problems. And how would this fare with him and Rigby? I mean, will him and Rigby still have, their bro time together? Or will most of Mordecai's time be, free time be spent with Margaret? I don't know, but I hope that they don't choose to go that route. But it could bring up conflict in a later episode. I mean, maybe Rigby will say something about it, or like maybe Mordecai spending too much time with Margaret, and Rigby, starts missing his friend like so much that he has to do something about it. So hopefully that doesn't happen, but it's a good possibility that it will. The relationship. Let's talk about the relationship between Mordecai and Margaret. Will it work? Is it really? Are the feelings really mutual? I mean, Mordecai likes Margaret probably a lot more than Margaret likes Mordecai. Honestly, will it be a success? I don't know. It'll take a lot of development among Mordecai, and maybe some development among Rigby to actually help this work. But I really don't know where this will go. But if you guys have any thoughts on this, please comment or do a video response. And also rate, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys later. Peace.